Hello. So this is the tutorial in which I'm going to talk you through merging several feeds into one single new feed that you can pull through onto your WordPress blog. And this is something it's incredibly useful if you want to elegantly arrange lots of content that you want to curate onto your site without creating 10 different RSS feed boxes. And I'm going to demonstrate it by pulling together some feeds from WordPress blogs of you students, and as a little bit of bonus learning, I will also show you how to grab an RSS feed from a WordPress blog, because we'll need to get a few, put them together, and then push them into a single feed. How we're going to do it is through quite an old but still useful tool called Yahoo Pipes, and you'll need to have I think you need a Yahoo ID to get access to this. And as you can see, the address is http://pipes.yahoo.com/pipe. So the first thing to do is to sign in or to join up. Luckily I have a Yahoo account, so I'm going to just sign in. Just remember my password, which is obviously Lee Hall is beautiful. Not really. Right, so I've signed in, and I'm now going to create a new pipe. Basically this is another one of those tools that looks incredibly complicated, and I'm sure you can do amazing things with this. I know you can. You can scrape YouTube for certain videos and put parameters on that, so they've got to have a certain number of hits and what have you. But for this exercise, it's a fairly simple process, hopefully, in which we're going to fetch some feeds. So we're going to say, right, I want to have multiple feeds. In this case I'm just going to do 2 to demonstrate it, but you can do more. And I'm going to access those feeds, combine them, and create a new feed that we can then use to populate our blog. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get my first feed from a student website, and I've chosen one at random, and it is sunderlandsocial.wordpress.com with a lovely picture in the background. And I'm going to find the feed. The little trick is you type in after the name of the blog * feed equals RSS, and that'll pull up this feed page. And this is just an indicative of the content that's on there. Select that feed address and add it, and then I'm going to do the same thing for another blog. Okay, so I'm going to add a feed now from Sarah's blog here, and that is to go with Emily's. So I'm going to get the feed address, Hartley Puddles, and I'm going to add that feed here. So I've now got 2 WordPress blog feeds going into my feed, into the sort of Yahoo pipe, and it works a bit like a kind of flow chart. So the next thing I want to do is add something called an operator, which sorts these feeds out and organizes them. So I'm just going to connect those 2 with a little wiggly line, and I want to sort them by the publication date, and I'm going to have them in descending order. So the most recent article will appear first. So once you've done this, once you put the feed onto your blog, it's going to update without you having to do anything. You do this once, set it up for multiple feeds that may be relevant to your site, and then the job's are good. So I'm just going to connect that to the output and rename it, and I'll call it Mac296 test, because I might get them all together for everyone to use at a later date, and save that. So I can, if I go back to my pipes, there's various other things that I've done in the past, and this is another one that I can add to my collection, and I can click publish. So if I now click on get an RSS and copy the link at the top, this is a combined RSS feed of the two feeds that I put into it. So if I copy that and then go back into WordPress, and on my widgets I'm going to add another RSS feed. So this will appear under BBC Headlines. Paste in the new URL, so the new feed address. I'll give it a name, so Mac296 feeds I just want to display the top 3. Before I try and publish this feed, I just need to change the start of the URL to HTTP, just as I did if you saw on the previous video with the BBC feeds, and hit save, and then go to my blog. Now you can see there's the latest feeds. Now, as I say, the beauty of this method is that once you put that feed on there, you don't have to do anything else. It'll automatically update with content from all of those sites. So it's a way of enriching your site without you having to post, and it keeps things up to date. You can add a date, for instance, to the posts. So even though your main content may not be updated on a daily basis, at least you'll be pulling through feeds that will refresh that material.